welcome to another episode of You,
Me,
and the Flea. We are back, and today I want to fill you in on a recent trip I just took to Denver, Colorado.
let's go. Let me hear about it.
I know we haven't been able to catch up, so thank God for this podcast that I can catch you up
Agreed.
on all my endeavors while
Okay.
I was gone.
Let's hear about it. You were in Denver for work, correct? It wasn't like a
Yeah, so it was
family trip or
for
anything?
It was for the National Flea Market Association that I sit on. I sit on the board there, and we had our quarterly meeting.
Okay.
So a bunch of us from around the country get together, and we just kind of go over what's going on in the industry, try to recruit other people. Mm-hmm.
Do you go to the same spot every year?
No. So what we like to do is, because like people are from different parts of the country, Chicago, Milwaukee, Denver, California, Florida, etc. What we like to do is kind of visit each. Yeah. We like to Texas. So I've been all over really for these meetings, which is really nice because it's just nice to meet with other industry professionals,
Of course.
see what they're up to.
Yeah.
What I love and what I did this time too was I always like to make a stop at their markets and just kind of see
How they do things?
Yeah. And it's so interesting. And that's kind of what I wanted to touch on today was just holy moly, like what other people do. And especially, we're in Chicago. The majority of our markets, we have one downtown and then the other ones are, surrounding towns in the Chicagoland area. And so we're always battling weather, whether it's too cold, raining, too hot, or whatever that is.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting to see something like Florida, right, where it's like hot or like extra hot, or somewhere like Denver where it's like maybe like pretty mild, like year round and things. And so we love to see kind of what people structure their business like and things like that. Mm-hmm. And so I visited Mile High Flea Market.
Okay.
It is in Henderson, Colorado, which is like 30 minutes, 15 miles-ish from the airport. So from downtown Denver. And when I was driving there, I was like, where are we going? Yeah. It's a little quiet out there. But when we pulled up, I was like, what the flea? It sits on 80 acres.
What?
80 acres of flea market. So it's huge, which I knew.
Okay, now I'm curious. Like, just as a comparison, how many acres does Ashland have?
40, just about 40.
Alsip.
Pretty close to the same, like in the 30s, right?
Okay.
And then Melrose is the smallest. Like,
so let's just look at Ashland.
Which Ashland is humongous.
Massive.
You're right.
So 2 of those.
Yeah. So basically like that plus like the parking lot. And you know what I mean? Like just kind of going like, maybe like the whole block is like the entirety of this property. Like huge, right? Now, what's interesting.
Were you overwhelmed?
Yeah, of course. Okay, like here's the interesting thing. Like if that was my first time ever at a flea market, yes. Like I would have been like.
Okay, so what made you think what the flea?
Because, like I just know Ashland and how like powerful Ashland Avenue is here.
Okay.
And so when I saw this, I'm like, it's just like as far as your eye could see, it's just all flea market. And so the first thing I thought to myself was, how do people get around here? Like,
you guys have a shuttle service?
Yeah, no crap. It's like, can I bring my scooter here? Or like, you guys got one of those like little motors like for me? Like, can I get that golf cart really quick? Yeah. Like, it's just a lot to go through. They have it so like well organized and like planned out where it's like, there's a garage sale section where it's like all the secondhand things. There's like a farmer's market section where all the produce is.
Okay.
And then there's like kind of like these buildings around the entire perimeter that are just structures of like really nice, almost like storefronts, right? Similar to like our inside at Ashland Avenue. And I just thought it was really cool. They have like cantinas. They have really cool like little restaurants within.
I was going to say, what about food? Because I know that's like a big thing people are always asking us about.
Of course, yeah. So they have like kind of boutique little restaurants within the quarter. And I mean, whatever you can think of kind as well too. It's like there's tacos and nachos over there. There's turkey legs over there. There's there's like a funnel cake one. There's like an ice cream stand.
So you have
like
literally everything.
Oh yeah, it's wild. One of the main things which we talked about kind of in one of our intro episodes was a lot of flea markets in other parts of the country that are, you know, A, they have the big properties, or B, like it's just nicer weather year round. They also have like carnival rides for kids. So this one had, you know, a little, nothing crazy, but they had like a little Ferris wheel and like one of those like cars that go around. And I guess like it's basically like Ashland with like a few extra elements of like those little restaurant elements.
Got it.
The kids zone.
Got it. So you loved it.
But it was cool. It was just really cool. Shout out to all my friends there. Our passion. It's been there as long as Swap has, 50 years. They started in like a parking lot and then just bought this 80 acres of property and kind of moved it all over. So again, when you see something that starts so small and like it just becomes like this beautiful operating business, it's so cool.
It is.
So props to them. It was beautiful. We got to spend the day. It was like great weather. I had a michelada and some nachos, yeah, it was fun.
Awesome.
So, and also too, it just now fleas like feel like home.
Yeah.
Where it's like I felt just like I was at Ashland, right? Walking, I'm like, oh, like, hey, we have that cellar, you know, or like, oh my gosh, like a lot of like, you know, the artwork and like the Mexican like custom things and things like they had it too, but obviously a different variety. And it's just really cool to see all that stuff and to see their version of it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I had a lot of fun.
Love that.
We have to go.
I was going to say, can I go? Like I would love to go to Denver.
We absolutely should make a trip out there. I mean, you get on one end, I'll get
walkie-talkies.
Yes, we'll definitely need walkie-talkies to go there. So
why did I instantly think of like the Nextel chirp?
Oh my gosh,
do you remember?
Yes.
Everyone would have them like strapped to their belt loop, and it would be like did it.
Yes. I'm like, what is this exactly?
We'll get the flea.
Because no one actually like called on those things, I feel like. They just like chirped each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So weird.
So weird.
Imagine doing that now.
Well, you know what was awkward? Oh my gosh. Excuse the interval here while we talk about next. What was super weird about them was like awkward, I should say, is when like, let's say like me and you were together and like someone like beat me and was like, oh, Rachel, she's annoying. It's like, no. Yeah. And you'd be like, wait, did they just
well now too, you know, when like people like, call it was funny.
There was no shame. No. People weren't like, hey, who are you with?
No, that was never. Yeah. Are you free? Nope. No. Okay, so you know, like now when people like answer the phone and they're on speakerphone, they're like, hey, you're on speaker.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yes. Oh my boss does that all the time. He'll be like, hey, I'm in the car with my wife. And I'm like, okay, I wasn't going to say anything about her.
But I also appreciate that.
I know, but like, thanks for looking out.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we bring those back?
I think we're bringing back the walkie-talkies. Sorry.
Awesome.
They might be
I would
great
love
for
that.
the market, honestly.
Honestly, I would love that.
So, okay, Denver was fun. I've never been
really
to
fun.
Denver. I was so jealous that you were going there. Like your videos and everything you were posting on Instagram. I was like, okay, I'm here for it.
So here's the thing, like I've never gone to Denver in like their peak season, which is like winter.
Yeah.
Because I don't ski, so I guess I really don't have an interest. But I've been there twice. I once was in September, which is stunning because their leaves are changing. It's very green there, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of trees, a lot of grass. And so when the leaves are changing
pretty.
It's like, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And this time around, it was just perfectly crisp and just like fresh summer air, just really nice. But this actually led me to today's topic, which is our Florida markets, which we've never really discussed in detail, which we need to go there first. I need to take you to those first.
Well, I'm ready. Bags are ready to be packed.
Yeah, so let me know if you have any questions. But basically in 2017, Swap-O-Rama, because we sit on the National Flea Market Association board, my boss met these ladies at our annual conference, and they were selling 2 of their flea markets in Central Florida.
Got it.
So in 2017, we acquired them. It's a different beast. I mean, obviously flea markets have their similarities, right? Where it's like local and great people and fun and the experience and the entertainment values and all that. But again, it just varies kind of state to state on like what you can sell, what items people have, like what people can get their hands on.
Sure.
If it's inside or outside. And so
do they have an indoor and an outdoor, both of the Florida ones?
Yes. Well, so here's the thing. They don't. Like, there's not like a structure like how we have here where it's like, you know, kind of like a Walmart building and then the parking lot. Picture like your local park. You know how like you would sit under a park and like grill, like, or, you know, or have like a family picnic
like the
or something. Pavilions. Exactly. That's kind of what it looks like.
Okay.
And I'm talking specifically about our Webster location, which is in Webster, Florida, which is an hour from Tampa and an hour from Orlando. So right in the middle there. And yes, that one kind of has pavilion style buildings, if you will. So we call them buildings and like they have like that name. And some of them do kind of have like a wall that goes down, but for the most part, everything's open air.
Pavilion style. I got
It's really cool. And so what I love about that market is it's just super colorful. It's like, it's got a different, it's Florida, right? So it's like fun. And there's like aqua
palm
building.
trees,
Like a hot pink building, like a yellow building. So it has a little bit more flair and color because you're out in the open, you know. That one sits on also about 40 acres, but like an 80-acre compound. And it runs every Monday, which is also different than here because here we're like dominantly on the weekends. And this one, because there's just so many snowbirds and like Florida style, Monday is just the best operating day. So we love that. The main thing that they sell at our Florida location would be like, I would say it's a dominantly like antique based market. Where, oh my gosh. And again, because it's Florida and there's like, again, snowbirds and people kind of traveling from all over, they're bringing down like some really cool antiques from like old school like jukeboxes. You know what I mean? Like very like
that's such a vibe.
You walk in and you instantly feel like you're in like a 60s, 70s kind of vibe, depending on what aisle you're walking down. It's just super cool. Like coins, records, like just a bunch of that stuff. To get a good visual, like they recently our Florida market was on the news down there, and so like they kind of covered a little blanket of like what the vendors were selling that particular day, and you'll see like just insane like knickknacks and things, which again we have that up here but not nearly as much.
No, it's a little bit different.
Another interesting component about that market is you can camp there. If you're a vendor there, you can bring like your RV and pay an extra $5 and stay overnight. Yeah.
Okay, that's so cool.
Isn't that cool?
I'm for it.
Right. It kind of makes me think like when I'm older, like I need to get a little hobby.
I mean, a camper?
Yeah.
I'm all about you. We've touched on the camping before.
Yeah.
Camping with a camper, we're good. We're Gucci.
We're not bringing our cars and like setting up a tent, and I'm not sleeping in the mud. Like that is also an X for me.
You got me.
That is a flea no.
You got me fleet up.
All the way fleet up there.
Absolutely not.
But like an RV, we're good. We got a running water. We got a bathroom. We're glamping there. So that's an interesting little component.
That is so cool.
Isn't it?
So do you know, like on average, how many people actually like camp and stay there? I'm assuming it's for like the weekend or like what? So if they're open Monday.
Right.
They're Webster. We're talking about this one.
Yeah.
Are they open Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Just Monday.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's the thing. So if you are driving and come like on a Saturday night, Sunday night, we do leave it open. It's vendors only, right? So it's not just for everyone. Yeah. But it is like a really cool component where I would totally take advantage of that.
Absolutely.
Like, that's fun.
If you're driving. Yeah. That's great.
And we have a lot of people that come from like New York or like Pennsylvania and things like that. And so they'll drive down to Florida.
Yeah.
And it's really popular there, RV parks, which not much going on in Central Florida. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It ain't Miami. But that's like a key like kind of factor for you know all the locals and things. So I like that draw, and I would take advantage of that if I was.
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you? You know,
there's nothing better to do.
There's nothing better to do.
Take a few days.
It's nice. You can set up your things.
I'm here for it.
Sign me up.
Okay, that's great that you mentioned that because I would never had any idea that was even an option.
Yeah, absolutely. Our market in Florida is also really cool too because we have kind of like 2 little restaurants set up in there. There's also 2 pubs that are set up in there, but those are like kind of the most lively little areas. The pubs.
I can't believe it.
Are you shocked?
Alcohol?
Why would
they serve alcohol?
Yes, they serve beer.
And there's food?
And food, yeah.
Like I've said before, if you want people to come over, you offer food and drinks and they will be there. Nobody says no to free food and free drinks.
It is a no-brainer.
Even though it's not free.
Right.
The fact that you're offering that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you could just go back to your RV. Game over. Sold.
Well,
when are we going to Webster?
You would be selling,
no,
right?
I get that. I mean,
but as a customer, it's like so nice because Florida's hot majority of the time. Like,
sure.
I'm sorry, whether you're going, especially for me, I'm sorry, I'm going in October, November. I'm still hot, my guy.
Yeah.
Like,
we got a fan.
We got to flee off. You know what I mean? So I just, an ice cold beer sounds pretty good. Like while you're shopping, just to like take a load off.
Around.
Yeah. So
I'm in.
I love that part of our market there too. And then in 1995, that market decided to also start a cycle swap meet. So like a bike show, like a motorcycle show. First of the month, the first weekend of the month. So this is Saturday, Sunday, and then the regular market will be open Monday. So on Saturday, Sunday, man, it's a different vibe, instant different vibe on the bike show weekends. What does that mean? Well, we got our Harleys, we got we got bike parts, we got old bumpers, like
anything you need
your
for your
brothers
motorcycle?
And dad and like
all the boys.
They would eat it up. Like, it is so cool. I mean, I'm
just wondering why we haven't been yet. Like, I'm confused. You guys have me
you?
going to the flea market all the time.
I'm like dangling it in front of you.
Let's go.
I know, we do. We need to. Let's go in the winter when it cools off.
Here we go.
But no, going back to it, like, I have no idea any of that stuff. Like, for me, I'm just like, man, that just looks like a pile of nuts and bolts to me. But the enthusiasts that go down there are just like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for that. Or, I mean, you think about like how, like, it's just another cool part of the business where it's like literally people swapping stuff or like, hey, like, oh my gosh, like I need that. Or do you have this? And it's just it's really cool how they interact with each other. Cause me as just like a person that had never been there before and just kind of watching all of it unfold, I was like, whoa, this is cool. You know?
Yeah.
Because you don't really get that in a normal flea market.
No,
it's not like people will ask, right? Like, oh, okay, if you're looking at purses, for example, and oh, I wish I had a blue purse, but you only have yellow and red. And then the vendor's like, oh, actually, I do have blue. Like, hold on, let me go check my storage or whatever. Your brothers refurbish cars, don't they? Or?
I mean, yeah, they're in, it's not even refurbished. Brandon, it's like obsessed with cars.
Yeah,
Michael is,
cool.
I mean, both of them have always been in cars. My dad was always in the car industry, you know? So they would totally be about it. I mean, guys love that stuff. It's a hobby. Guys love that stuff. Cool. They do. Like motorcycles, dirt bikes, parts. Like I don't know.
It's kind of like they're our makeup equivalent or like, beauty.
Absolutely.
You know? It's just stuff that they're toys, basically.
Yeah. They're big.
And that's exactly what it is.
Kids. So they want bigger toys.
Yeah, definitely. So the bike show is just really cool.
Okay.
And
I would love to go to that.
And there's a lot of people that even just kind of like, ride for the weekend or, again, they're making like bigger trips because there are like so many like biker cliques.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say the weather's better.
Right.
There's a lot more people who are regularly driving motorbikes, motorcycles.
Totally.
I'm about it.
I see it. So it's really fun. And I get to like promote a lot of the bike shows now. So it's interesting. And I love it.
Yeah.
But again, like there's just so many questions that I don't know the answers to because I'm just not, educated on all of that stuff. But it's super cool. And so that is just like one of the big draws there too. I love when it's a bike show weekend because like I said, it, like Saturday and Sunday will be the bike show and then Monday it leads into the regular flea market. So then you get like all the antique people and some of the bike people will stay too, because they'll sell like accessories, like, the bike bandanas or like cool Harley shirts or like vintage license plates. It's not just bike parts. It's like also a flea too.
Okay. So Mondays are the normal hours. What time? 7 to 4, 7 to 3,
7 to 2. It's just too hot in Florida. Like keep going all day.
Okay.
So and people are early risers there. So they just kind of
every Monday, 7 to 2. Bike show is the first weekend of every month, Saturday and Sunday.
Correct.
Got it.
You got it, girl. things are a little cheaper there too because there isn't like storage fees or anything like that. So prices range from like $15 to like $40 depending on where you're at. There's like a lot of music and family friendly things that we have. So it's, I definitely think it's a
worth going.
It's a draw.
What is the other Florida?
Okay, so the other Florida location that SwapORama owns it, and it runs under Howard SwapORama. That's the name of it. However, we currently have the original Howard's family running it. So they kind of do their own thing, and we've let them, take the pulse on that, which they are freaking awesome operators. Just because when you have a family passion,
of course,
it's just different.
It is. You
like
can tell.
When you're like grandparents and dad, were involved in the business, you work and move a little different. So
I can actually understand that.
Yeah. So that market is closer to Tampa. It's about an hour from Tampa in Homosassa, Florida.
That sorry, one is so what?
Homosassa.
Okay.
I won't spell it for you.
Don't.
But it's also a really cool, fun market. We'll have to check out both when we go. But this one's a little interesting because it's like huts, like almost like little cottage homes too, like spread out throughout. Okay. And then this one, if you can just picture like a pavilion, but like an aisle down, right? So it's just like a covered pavilion style structure that goes all the way down. It has LED lights on top, and then just the vendors are set up there every week. But man, again, Florida is a different beast. Like, it just, the things that they sell are different.
Okay, so like there, well, let's go.
Like, you'll see a lot more like, people have like chickens and things like that. So you'll see like food for that, or
like fresh eggs.
Maybe not so much fresh eggs. There's still like it's definitely not a produce section like Ashland or anything like that. But
you saying like food to feed the chickens?
Yeah, like I'm saying, like there's livestock there too. Okay. There's also a bar in there too. I think gun laws are different there. So I don't know if I've actually seen actual guns, but they sell like ammo or things like it's a little bit more country. You know what I mean? So it's Central Florida. So they just sell
different things,
different stuff. Yeah.
Based on,
for sure. Yeah. You'll see more like bandanas, more, cutoffs. I don't know.
Camo. Fishing.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Stuff. Good point. Yes. It's not like, it's funny. I asked my coworker, I'm like, what would you say is the main difference? And I actually should have brought this up to you first tell Rachel that there's not a lot of makeup and toiletries there.
I'm dead.
And I was like, yeah, well.
That's funny. That's actually hilarious.
Isn't it? Yeah, because here, like, that's a big draw.
Yeah, but I also, like, think about it. We're in a big city.
Yeah.
I mean, even okay, like, let's not talk flea market. When I go to the Target here in Chicago, fire.
Oh, yeah.
I go to the Michigan Target.
Oh, yeah. No.
I'm like, do you guys carry, no. They've never heard of them. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm confused. And that's point. A Target. Okay, so think about it. A flea market is also going to have different things.
Yes.
Based on the demographics and the things that are common in that city, that state, whatever. That's any store.
100%.
It's just not the same trends.
We can go to like on that point, when you can go to like a quick Target here, like even the smaller condensed ones. It's like you can find like a going out outfit, a casual outfit, whatever. Equifax, Indiana.
An evening dress.
Where are the colors of t-shirts? Like, why do you only any of more space?
Only leggings? You guys only sell leggings.
I'm very confused.
Yeah, it's weird.
But yes, so it does have its differences.
Okay, well that makes sense.
That stuff, like again, more antique. Same thing with the Homosassa location. Lots of antiques, and then again, lots of like custom vendors too, like we have here, which is nice. So it's like, the candle makers, the plant people,
of course.
That's kind of big too. So it's just very niche to the area, and it works. Yeah. And it's really fun. So,
well, it looks like we're going to be going to Florida soon.
Yes. Let's go to Florida.
The flea girls take on Florida.
The Florida flea girls.
Ooh.
You, me, and the Florida fleas. Literally. So that kind of wraps it up. I don't know if you have any other questions, but
no, I was going to ask, is the admission the same throughout?
That's a great question. That is also different. So in Florida, they charge by the car.
So how many people are in your car?
No, just a car. So like a car is $3 each,
And
like car to get in.
is
No, it's the same thing.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So anyone,
so any
so it's
vehicle.
not per person.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So pack up the car.
Load them up.
Load them up.
Yep. But have
Load 'em
enough
up and
room
over.
so you have stuff you can buy and then take with you.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Okay, great. So I wanted to end this episode with our favorite, the flea final, this or that.
Oh boy, hit me with it. What do we got?
All right. So what do you think about?
Kristina loves a good game.
Oh my gosh. I guess I just love it so much because I feel like we get to learn about each other and share with our viewers like a little bit about us too. Okay.
Okay.
Because why wouldn't you want to know if I like to match or mismatch my socks?
Match. Every time.
It drives me crazy. I have so many friends that it's like one is pink and one is like gray.
Throw it
like,
away.
Why? No, but they don't care.
No, I know. That's fine.
It's weird.
So a long time ago.
Go to the flea market and get a set. Bye.
A long time ago, a friend's mom, I'm not going to say who, along high school, told me to always have your everything matching under your clothes in case you got into a car accident and they had to take your clothes off or you had to go to the hospital.
What?
Yes. And that has stuck in my mind literally since I was 14.
I love that.
No joke. So let me tell you, your girl, her socks are always matched.
I love that so much. Or like, even when you're at like someone's house, like just walking around with like one polka dotted, one white sock. Yeah. Also like the feeling of them, like if it's not a set, it just
one's
drives
softer
me nuts.
than the other, thinner.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Hot or cold weather?
We've done this, but I'm a fall springy girl, but I'll go hot. I'm gonna go hot.
I'm gonna go colds. Paperback or hardcover book?
Paperback.
I like a hard.
I'm looking right now. I have a hardcover on my desk, but I do like a paperback.
Yeah, that's true. It's easier to kind of maneuver. Yeah. Broccoli or squash?
Broccoli.
Same. Credit or cash?
Credit.
Really? I kind of miss the days when I had cash because then I was like, well,
but here's the problem.
$4 left.
Okay. Well, yes, absolutely.
Can't do anything with that.
Okay. So, we always talk about like me going back home and I feel like every time we're like talking, I have just like come back from a trip.
I know.
But a lot more places take cash in Michigan. And then I feel like in Chicago, especially after COVID, not a lot of places take cash.
No, they don't.
So like I came back with like money and I'm like, well, what the hell am I going to do with this?
Right.
I guess I'll have to go deposit. I mean, I'll find something to spend it on. But like, even when I have cash, I forget I have cash because I never have cash. So I always just take the plastic out.
I used to always have cash too, just because it's like, okay, like if you paid for dinner, it's like, all right, I'll pay you back with like cash or something. But now there's like Venmo, Quick Pay, so many options
Zelle,
where it's like,
Apple
I don't
Pay.
even need that.
No.
At the flea, you need a little.
You need a couple bucks.
Tacos or burrito?
Tacos.
Same, tacos. Basketball or football?
Ooh.
I know.
Football.
Ice cream cup or cone?
We've done this. Well, not really. I mean, if I'm going to an ice cream place right now, I walk into Jenny's, I'm getting a cone. If it's like people are bringing me ice cream or whatever, I mean,
yeah, like you're not gonna make a cone at home. I'm going cup all day. Yeah. Desktop or laptop?
Laptop.
Ooh, desktop for me.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just faster on it.
Yeah.
Would you rather see the future or change the past?
I think I would say see the future. The past is the past, and like it's only going to help you evolve into like who you are now.
Right.
So I don't really think like changing it would like do me any good, honestly. So,
yeah.
I mean, do I look back on my past and be like, wow, I made some stupid choices and like probably could have not done that?
I mean,
yes.
Maybe if I would like fix a thing or two, or maybe like take back something I said maybe once in a fight or something.
Whatever.
Yeah. But again, like you learn from it and move on. So yeah, that's a tough one for me.
That is.
I don't know. Pie or cake?
I love an apple pie. That's really the only pie I like.
The cream pies.
See, I like the apple.
Coconut cream, banana cream,
the
French
apple
silk.
with the crust.
No, dude,
so good.
Boring.
So good.
Yeah, but people
I'm a traditional girl.
Some people do apple pie so bad. Maybe I'm just like,
it has to be
good.
Yes,
it
has to be good.
Okay. Singing or dancing?
Dancing. All day.
Not surprised.
I feel like that you could answer that for me.
Knew that.
Kristina has seen
I wish I was a singer though.
I mean,
sometimes.
you know, when you're like a kid and you like get that little confidence when you're like holding the mic and you're like, Mom, listen to
Let
me
it
sing.
go.
Like, no.
Yeah, no.
I was always dancing in the back.
Yeah, same.
Well,
I always thought
the front.
I had a dream that I was going to be Britney Spears' backup. And I would so I started like learning all her stuff.
What happened to that dream?
Now we're dancing to Instagram videos together.
Hey, whatever.
We should still save Britney, I think.
I love her.
Okay. Nice. Dark or white chocolate? The chocolate.
Dark. Chocolate, got it.
I'm sorry. The only white chocolate that is decent is like the Hershey's cookies and cream.
There's never been one white chocolate things. Where I'm like,
dang, that was good.
Have you ever walked into like a candy store and been like, gosh, I'm really craving some white chocolate today?
No.
Nobody says that.
Now look, I will get the white chocolate like dip pretzels. Like those are the yogurt dip like pretzels. Okay. But it's just because yogurt's white, you know?
Of course.
So, I mean,
it makes sense.
I'll flee around with those, but like the other, everything else, no.
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay.
It's too basic.
Would you rather be always underdressed or overdressed?
Over.
Really?
You never know who you're going to meet.
Okay, so if you walked in right now to this like room and you're just like high heels and a dress, you would do that?
I mean, no, but I guess it depends.
And everyone else is wearing like, you know, sneaks and dunks and whatever, and you're just like, that girl?
No, I don't want to be that girl.
I know. There's got to be a happy medium.
There has to be a happy medium. And I feel like it depends on like where you're going, who are you with. If I know that I'm going with like a certain group,
yeah,
I'm up in it.
Yeah, up. Sure. Oh, okay.
Up.
Yes, like there are certain things where I'm like, okay, like for example, I went a couple weeks ago, I went to my friend's small town.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to down who I am, like downplay and like not put my makeup on, not put whatever because like everyone there is too casual. Like absolutely not. Like I'm still showing up, hair done, makeup done, you know, and maybe I won't wear like a dress and like boot, like I won't go over the top, but like I'm still going to show up.
Oh, we know.
You gotta show.
No, I agree. It depends who you're with and where you're going. I will say this, for what it is. I don't know why, but when I go back home to Michigan and like, you know, do these little visits, see the family, I do not care what I look like. I will be walking around the house. My brother's girlfriends are there and I'm just like, hey, you know, we're here. I'm like, I gotta be.
Yeah, you can't.
You gotta be
really,
ready here.
You gotta look decent.
Yeah,
even if your athleisure's gotta be.
Agreed.
But even like as I'm getting older, it's like you know
you care less, but you still like it's just a different.
Well, I read a quote once that always kind of stuck to me, where it's like when you look good, you do good, and when you do good, when you feel good, you do good.
Yep.
And so I'm always just like, you know,
it's true.
Even if I'm showing up for like my like to-dos and like tasks and like chores for the day, grocery shop, whatever, it's like show up. Like, you know,
I'm working from home, when I'm editing, I'm staring at computers the whole time. I'm not saying every time I've got my lashes on and 14 layers of eyeshadow, but
I mean, like for example, like I can't work in my glasses. Like I have to put my contact. Like for me, that's a sign of being awake, and like I have to like get my day going that way.
No, that makes sense.
So yeah, and then my final one is: would you rather be on a dating show or a survival show?
Survival. I'm good on the dating shows.
I am not good at. I would fail Survivor.
I feel like I actually would be figuring it out.
I would have a lot of fun on a dating show.
You
Bachelor, if you're listening.
Kristina.
I want to be the next Bachelor. Love is Blind, if you're listening. Holler at me.
There you go. You never know who's
Love
out there.
Island, if you're listening. I'd also like to go.
I could see you on a dating show. I would be like, this is just too much.
But I have to go on like a good one.
Well, yeah, obviously something.
Survival, dude. I just feel like everyone is so backstabby on those shows. Not that they aren't dating ones.
I'm
too,
like,
but
are you serious? Okay, really?
I know, but on the survival ones, I'm just like, okay, gosh, I didn't mean to drop that or whatever.
I think I pick a survival show because like you really see like how capable you are and like
and push yourself to limits and stuff. Yeah,
you do.
Nice.
And I'm ready to see what I can handle.
I get it.
Don't call me if you are on the Survivor. I will not be coming to the Amazon anytime soon.
Okay, well, you should probably learn to make a fire before you go. All right, Survival. Call Rachel in a few weeks. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening today and learning a little bit more about our Florida locations. We love them. They're near and dear to our hearts. And if you're ever in the Central Florida locations, check them out, man. They are really fun. It's worth it. It's worth the trip.
Yeah. Thanks for telling us about them today. And I'm excited to go check them out. I'm excited to hear, I'm glad to hear that you had a great time in Denver and kind of what that flea market was all about.
We love good fleas. We love the fleas around the country. So
like always, if you guys like this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
Yes. And thank you for listening to another episode of You,
Me,
and the Flea. See you next time.
Bye, guys.